there are multiple joints in our hand. Okay, so there is articulation of hand is highly evolved in the humans for performing skillful movements. Human can hold the pen, pencil, needles and so on to perform skilled movements such as writing, drilling, craft reparation and so on. And joints of hand include these joints: intercarpal joints, midcarpal joints, carpometacarpal joint, intermetacarpal joints, metacarpophalangeal joints, and interphalangeal joints. See here, these are the intercarpal joints in between the carpal bones. Midcarpal joint between the proximal and distal row of the carpal bones. Carpometacarpal joints between the distal row of carpal bones and the base of the metacarpals. And intermetacarpal joints, this lateral four, medial four metacarpals, they form joint with each other near the base, that is intermetacarpal joint. And metacarpophalangeal joint will occur near the head of the metacarpals with the proximal phalanx, and interphalangeal joint in between the phalanges, proximal, middle and distal phalanges. Next, পুরোটা নিয়ে আসো আগেরটা। Okay, so carpometacarpal joint. So it is synovial joints between the distal row of the carpal bones and base of the metacarpal. See, this is distal row of the carpal bones formed by the trapezium, trapezoid, capitate and hamate, and they are joining with the base of the metacarpals to form the carpometacarpal joints, and they are forming plain synovial joint except the first carpometacarpal joint, which is saddle type of synovial joint. Okay, this is different from other joints, that's why we are discussing it separately, and other movements are also occurring in this joint, that's why it is important. Okay, first carpometacarpal joint can come as a short note in your theory. Okay, so here is the first carpometacarpal joint occurring between the trapezium and base of the first metacarpal bone. Next, so the carpometacarpal joints are 5 joints in the wrist, articulate the distal row of carpal bone and the proximal bases of 5 metacarpals. So here are the carpometacarpal joint, and this one is first carpometacarpal joint. Next, see, this is first carpometacarpal joint, also known as trapeziometacarpal joint. First metacarpal and trapezium is joining here. So first carpometacarpal joint of thumb is also known as trapeziometacarpal joint, and they differ significantly from other 4 carpometacarpal joints. So first carpometacarpal joint is the joint between trapezium here and first metacarpal for the thumb, and it is a saddle variety of synovial joint. Type of joint is very frequently asked in your Viva and MCQ. Articular surface or proximal articular surface is formed by inferior surface of trapezium, here inferior surface of trapezium, and distal articular surface is formed by superior surface of base of first metacarpal, here base of first metacarpal, and both the articular surfaces are reciprocally concavo-convex. Okay, concavo-convex, reciprocally concavo-convex, that's why it is saddle joint. Hence, it is saddle joint, and shape of the articular surfaces permit free movements of this joint. Okay, next. So you can see the proximal and distal articular surface are concavo-convex and reciprocates with each other. It is a saddle variety of synovial joint because articular surface are concavo-convex. Okay. Next, distal surface of trapezium, articular surface are distal surface of trapezium and proximal surfaces of the base of first metacarpal bone, and the articulating surface of trapezium is concave in sagittal plane and convex in the frontal plane. The concave-convex nature of the articular surface permit a wide range of movement. That's why it is important. Wide range of movement is occurring. Next. So what are the ligaments of this joint? Every joints have ligaments. So first is capsular ligament. It is a thick fibrous sac attaches with the margins of proximal and distal articular surfaces, and synovial membrane lines the inner surface of the capsule. Next is lateral ligament. Lateral ligament is also known as broad ligament, extends from lateral surface of trapezium to the lateral side of the base of the first metacarpal. Okay, so this is lateral ligament. And anterior and posterior ligaments, these are oblique bands, extends from anterior and posterior surface of trapezium towards the medial side of the base of first metacarpal. So these are the ligaments of this joint. Next, see here the ligaments. Capsular ligament thick but loose and is thickest dorsally and laterally so that displacement cannot occur on these two sides. These are the free sides. See here, this is the carpometacarpal joint. Here is the capsule. So this is capsular ligament. Okay, and lateral ligament is a broad band, strengthens the capsule laterally. Here on the lateral side will be the lateral ligament of this joint. And here you can see the posterior oblique ligament, and anteriorly will be the anterior oblique ligament. So these are different ligaments of this joint. You just know the names of the ligaments. Next, anterior ligament and posterior ligament, these are oblique band running downward and medially. Next, okay, so next we are going to relations of the joint. Anteriorly lies the muscles of thenar eminence, posteriorly lies extensor tendons of the thumb, extensor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis. Medially lies the radial artery and first dorsal interosseous muscle, and laterally lies the tendon of the abductor pollicis longus. Okay. Next, see here, anteriorly joint is covered by the thenar eminence. Here lies the joint. So this is thenar eminence. Thenar muscles are covering anteriorly. Posteriorly, long and short extensor of the thumb. Extensor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis. Laterally will be tendon of abductor pollicis longus. Here you can see this is the joint area. So here laterally lies the abductor pollicis longus, and posteriorly lying this extensor pollicis longus and extensor pollicis brevis, and medially first dorsal interosseous muscle and radial artery. See, this is first dorsal interosseous muscle and radial artery will lie in relations. Okay, medially. Next, Purotano. Next, we are going to blood supply and nerve supply of the joint. Blood supply is coming from radial artery, which is in close relation with the joint, and innervation is coming from the median nerve. Okay, branch of the median nerve. Next, so blood supply. This is superficial palmar arch. Okay, radial artery is continuing as the superficial palmar arch. And it is giving branch, it is lying in medial relation to this carpometacarpal joint here. So this will get branch from the radial artery. So radial vessels supply blood to the synovial membrane and the capsule of the joint. Okay. Next is the nerve supply. First digital branch of the median nerve supplies the capsule of the joint. The blue area is supplied by the palmar cutaneous branch, and green area digital cutaneous branches. Okay, and it is also supplying some part of the dorsum of the fingers, nail beds and that. So it is supplied by median nerve. Next. Next we are going to the movements. Movements are very important for this joint. So it is a saddle variety of synovial joint permits variety of movements, and the metacarpal does not lie in the plane of the palm. Okay. Here normally four metacarpals are lying in the plane of the palm, but it is rotated, lying anteriorly and rotated 90 degree towards the medial side. Medial rotation is occurring for 90 degree. The metacarpal does not lie in the plane of the palm, it lies in the anterior position and medially rotated 90 degree. Hence, the movement of the thumb, the first movement of the thumb or first metacarpal takes place at right angle to the corresponding movement of other metacarpals. Okay. Next. So, what are the movements occurring? First is flexion and extension occurs in the plane of the palm. See here. So this is normal anatomical position. This is flexion of the thumb, and this is extension of the thumb. You will be asked in your Viva table to show the movements. Okay, so you practice the movements. This is flexion and extension occurring in the plane of the palm. Okay. Next is adduction and abduction occurring in a plane perpendicular to the plane of the palm. Here this is anatomical position. So this is abduction and this is adduction. Okay. Abduction, adduction occurring perpendicular to the plane of the palm. Next is opposition. Opposition occurs across the palm to bring the thumb in touch with anterior surface of other fingers. So this movement is opposition. It is touching the tip of other fingers. This is opposition. Next is circumduction. This is combination of all the above movements. Okay. So there is combination of flexion, extension, adduction, abduction mainly. So this will be the circumduction movement of the thumb. Okay. So there is flexion, abduction, extension, adduction. Okay. In chain, it is occurring in a circular manner. Next. Now, what are the muscles involved in different movements? See here, this is abduction occurring perpendicular to the plane of the palm, adduction. This is extension occurring in plane of palm, extension and flexion. This is opposition, okay, and this is reposition. This is in anatomical position. So, flexion is caused by flexor pollicis brevis, opponens pollicis. Extension is done by extensor pollicis longus and extensor pollicis brevis. Abduction is done by abductor pollicis longus, abductor pollicis brevis. And adduction is done by adductor pollicis. And opposition is done by opponens pollicis and flexor pollicis brevis. Okay. So these are the different muscle involved in different movements of this joint. Okay. Next, first carpometacarpal joint, it is accompanied by its medial rotation, and extension is accompanied by its lateral rotation. Okay. And opposition is a unique feature of human, and that helps in gripping. Okay, gripping it, opposition helps in gripping of some object or some fine movements. Fine works is done by this opposition. Next. Next, we are going to the clinical integration of this joint. First is osteoarthritis. First carpometacarpal joint is a common site of osteoarthritis in the postmenopausal woman. In osteoarthritis, there is degenerative changes that occur with an advancing age, and it is a painful condition causing loss of movement of the joint in osteoarthritis. Next is rheumatoid arthritis. It is chronic inflammatory disease of unknown etiology, and that results in warm, painful and swollen joint. If there is inflammation is involved, there is warm, painful, and swollen joint will be there. Okay, and commonly involves joints of the hands and wrist joints. And you have to perform the movements of the thumb. All the movements you have to perform. Okay, flexion, extension, adduction, abduction, circumduction. You practice, and the remember the muscle involved in each of the movement. Okay, so movement of the joint is very very important. Next, and this fast carpometacarpal joint can undergo degenerative changes with the age, and which is painful condition of the base of the thumb. Okay, here in the base of the thumb there will be pain in degenerative changes. And decurvant stenosynovitis, in this condition movement of the thumb can aggravate pain due to inflammation. Okay, so that is known as decurvant stenosynovitis. Okay, understood? So these are some clinical aspects. Okay, next. Okay, that's all. So you prepare first carpometacarpal joint as a short note. Okay. So what are the articular surfaces you write? Then type of joint. The articular surfaces are concavo-convex, saddle type of synovial joint, different movements done by the joint, its relations, blood supply, nerve supply. Okay. This is skeleton of the right hand. Okay. So this is, so you can see these four metacarpals are lying in the same plane, and this is first metacarpal, and these are the carpal bones. Okay. First, here is the, it is articulating with the trapezium here, and here it is forming the first carpometacarpal joint. And you can see the articular surfaces are concavo-convex and reciprocating with each other. Okay. This is a palm of left side. Okay. Scaphoid, lunate, triquetral, pisiform, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. Okay, these are the carpal bones. So trapezium is articulating with the first metacarpal, and it is lying on anterior surface and rotated medially. Okay, and occurring different movements. Saddle type of synovial joint, forming saddle type of synovial joint with two reciprocating concavo-concave surface between the distal surface of trapezium and proximal surface or base of the first metacarpal.